I saw an email from my quality assurance customer support person to one of our users who had asked how they could import fields that they created into an account from a spreadsheet. So if you don't know what that means, that's okay. Follow me on this webinar. We're going to go over it. But when I saw the question coming from the user, I thought, man, I wish we could do that. I wonder how much time it's going to take. It's probably going to be pretty hard. But her response was, oh, you can do that, and here's screenshots, and here's how it works. And I almost fell out of my seat. I had to email her and say, are you sure this works? I had no idea we could do that. This is one of the coolest things that I've seen on JibberJobber, and I don't know if I asked for it or if my team just put it together, but it is the bomb. Please follow along with me. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to come into the Add a Contact screen. So I mouse over Network and click on Add Contact. And I'm just going to come in here and I'll put in, let's say, Michael. Oh, I can't do somebody's famous name, so I'll do Grisham. All right. So let's say all I need to do is put in that, and then there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I can put in. Watch the other videos, you get a feel for it. But what I want to focus on this one is the custom field. So down at the very bottom is where you can put in your own custom fields. You see that by default we add MSN, ICQ, Skype, tinyURL, and then I put in military branch, Twitter, and other. Let's just come in here and put in spouse name, and I'm not putting any spaces, although I will make this this first letter a capital. That's called I think it's called camel hump or camelback in amongst programmers. So I'm going to put spouse name, and there's a reason I'm not going to put a space there. I haven't tested this, so I don't know if it's a valid reason, but I think this is just kind of good practice. So I'm going to put spouse name, and I'll put in Shelly. I have no idea what this Michael person's spouse name is. And then just for fun, I'm going to add another one, which is going to be anniversary. And let's say that that would be May 20th of 2000. Okay. And obviously you would put what the anniversary is. Is it a wedding anniversary, graduation, the day they got their pet, whatever it is that they want to celebrate. Okay, so now we have two new fields, and let me show you why this is cool. I'm going to click on Save and go to Detail page. Now, up here, okay, here we go. Click on Save. The spouse name and the anniversary are both things that are going to show up here in this top blue area. I call this above the fold. I could have put log entries down here that showed the spouse name and the anniversary, but I want this information up here above the fold. So think about what you want to see above the fold when you create those user-defined fields. Here's where it gets cool. I want to import somebody else and put in their spouse name and their anniversary. So what I'm going to do is come down here to import export. This part right here is a premium feature. So if you're a regular user, you won't see this link here that says import export. So I'm going to come in here, and instead of trying to figure out what my spreadsheet needs to look like, I'm going to click on this link that says blank contacts template, save it as a file. Now I'm going to open that right here. Let's see. I have two monitors, so I'll have to drag everything over here for you to see it. All right, so here we have the blank template with the header. So these are all the fields that JibberJobber wants to import, okay? What I'll do is I'll come in here and I'm going to say, I don't want all this stuff. I'm going to delete it out. You can see some of these towards the end are initial contact, rank, source, tags, and notes. These are things that you're probably not going to have when you do an export from other systems like LinkedIn or other tools that you might be using. All right, so I'm going to keep this, and let's come in here and put in spouse name and anniversary. So once again, all the first ones that come up by default are the ones that we already know about. Then you can go in and put in the header the name of the new custom field that you created. So let's see how that works. I'm going to go in and put in Jason Blue. I'm going to ignore all this company, but for fun, I'll put a 5-star rank. I'll say this is met at the XYZ networking. I don't have any tags or notes. However, here I'm going to come in and I'll put in Kelly, and the anniversary, let's say, is January 1st of 2005. All right, so now I'm going to click on Save, Actually, I want to do a save as so I can change the name. So this is in my desktop. Pay attention to where you save things. And I'm going to call this JibberJobber import custom 1. Yes, save it. Now I'm going to minimize that. I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to find that file. So I'm on my desktop and I'll do JibberJobber underscore import. There it is, custom 1. It's a CSV file. It has a header, and I do want to do the advanced import, which means show me what the import looks like before it actually does the import. I'll click on Upload File. Now check this out. It automatically puts first name Jason, last name Blue, company and title. These are all blank. So typically what I would have done in that spreadsheet is just delete these columns since they're blank. But I'm going to scroll over here. There's the rank is 5. The source is XYZ Networking. And look at this. Service, which is the user-defined field that you created, and there's anniversary, and here's service, and their spouse name, Kelly, 11205. So it looks like it is recognizing the field headers that we put in. I'm going to come back over here and you can see it. We don't think this is a duplicate, so because there's a checkbox that says yes, I do want to import. Click on import contacts. Up here it says the contact has been imported successfully. Let's go back into my network list and look at the record. There's Jason Blue. I didn't put the picture in. I didn't put all this other stuff in. I have that in another video, but down here you can see that the spouse name imported and the anniversary imported. This is the coolest thing I've seen in a long time out of JibberJobber. Let me go back into the add or edit page. Where you're putting these user-defined fields in is right down here below the notes. We're calling them service for now, although that kind of drives me nuts. I want to call them user-defined fields, but that sounds too geeky. Anyways, service, spouse name, anniversary. I can add as many services or user-defined fields as I want. And then the coolest thing is when you do that import from your Excel spreadsheet, just make sure that you put the field up here, UDF, whatever it's called. It's obviously not called UDF, but anyways, put whatever you name it, and that would be right here. See, there's spouse name, there's anniversary. When you do the import, it accepts it, and man, that is just super cool. Thank you to my awesome programming team for putting that in. I had no idea that would even work, but it does, and there you go. Enjoy.